I'm Real Generic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 23, Volume 2. And this week I've got a good one, because the good ones come when you don't know what's on them. This one is full of data. It's a Ross tape. I've no idea what Ross is. So it feels like a company that was around a long time ago, but doesn't exist anymore. Made in Hong Kong. There we go, Hong Kong. It's C60, and the games are A-OK. Games A, and on the other side we've also got Games A, and A-OK again, I think. But anyway, side A and B. So without further ado, let's get this into a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go to our favourite, which is the basic, and load dit. There we go. Push that button now. We'll see whether or not we've actually got anything that loads on here. That's the biggest problem with what's on the tape. Loading things. I gave the tape drive a quick clean as well beforehand. Oh, those are some solid. Oh, election! Oh my God! Do you know something? That's so topical. So this has been multi-face 1. That's what that stands for. M1 stand loading. So multi-face 1 is basically a way of effectively backing up your games. So it loads the multi-face. I think when on there, you pushed the button on the multi-face, it allowed you to store it in memory. Is that right? Something like that. It was stored in memory, and it allowed you to dump the memory to tape. So this is a good chance that most of these will load, actually, because that means somebody's written it basically doesn't copies, if this is what this is, to the tape. I haven't any idea whether or not this is part of one of those that 8.5 year collection that I was supplied recently by Kenneth. I'm not entirely sure whether this is one of his. I don't know if he had a multi-face one. He'd probably tell me in the comments, or he'll certainly message me and tell me whether or not he had a multi-face one. But this is what this is for. Do you know something? The funny thing is, back in the day, there were so many funny little devices that you could see in the magazines. You know, they pop up. If I picked up a magazine right now and had a little scan through it, there'd be so many little things. There'd be like US Robotics, light pens. Do you remember those? Or was it Daytel who did light pens? I certainly had one of those. I remember buying it and being sort of impressed that I could push on the screen and do stuff, but it kind of was a bit ahead of its time. It was too early, realistically, so it wasn't quite what we wanted. I guess we wanted to not draw on the screen, but more likely draw on a pad or something similar. But it never really happened. But there was mouse options as well. Strange mouse options. Well, what games used the mouse? I mean, there must have been some utilities that did that. I saw a picture on Facebook the other day of Annie Lennox from what was their band called? I can't remember their band name now. Yeah, it's gone from my head. Somebody will put it in the comments below anyway. But her on the train with TSR 80, which was a Tandy machine, with sort of 20k of memory and whatever else it was, and she's using it on a train. It's like a laptop version of it. And I was thinking to myself, good God. You know, that's what we used to, there was things like that. I remember old Amstrad, Amstrad fold-up laptops. I remember dealing with somebody who had one of those, and the graphics were basically monochrome. That's all it could handle. That's all it could do. And we used to, use those kind of machines. And when we got to 3.5-inch floppies, we were like mightily impressed when we got there. That was a huge change for us. I mean, we went from 360k on a 5 1/4 floppy to 720 or 1.44 megabytes when you were talking about the larger one. I mean, the Amiga was great because the Amiga did I think it was 700 and 800k if it did a high density one. It was really weird, the Amiga, for its reading its discs, but it could do that. It was just amazing. You could get so much more data on it. You could actually have a game on like 3 discs and it would work. Monkey Island, for instance. I'm sure the first Monkey Island was exactly. I think that was 3 discs. I think it was. First Monkey Island, and then the Monkey Island 2 came along, and it was massive. You used loads more discs, and you had to swap between them as you moved between areas. Do you know what? We didn't care. We like doing that. I remember liking doing that. I liked swapping the discs and hearing it read from the disc drive. There was just a sort of there was a mechanical loveliness to that. It's a bit like loading from a Spectrum. There's an interesting sort of feel to the. There we go. Oh, it's not done yet. Press any key to continue election. You're about to begin the game election. Now, I think this is election 984. I think I've got this somewhere along the lines. It's very weird, these multi-face, because they're kind of weird. They do weird breaky loads. Because that'll be it now. Playing this game, take note of the visual and audio cues. You will also gain information from the polls, canvas returns, and none of these are accurate. The only poll that counts is the held on election day. So, strangely enough, there has been a general election called in the UK, and I can't quite believe that's come up. Unbelievable! Can you believe it? I can't believe it at all. I can't actually. That's actually unreal. Yeah. Following information may be used. Gaining billboard space to gain votes for those streets. Buy space and local newspapers to gain popularity. This could gain you votes on the election day. You're invited to a meeting of your ratings affect the voting in the street, and the rest is up to you. Right? Okay. So, just sorting out a few things won't be long. There we go. It's thinking about stuff. You've been nominated to defend a parliamentary seat of the Pendle in the moment. You will be able to choose your manifesto, and then you have 10 days in which to run a campaign. But first you must choose your party. Oh, God. Oh, God. Conservative Labour Alliance. This tells you, goes back a bit, by the way, because it's not Liberal Democrats, it's Alliance is the one there. Look, I'm going to try and stay neutral here, because let's not get into a political debate on what's on the tape, all right? So we're going to go with Alliance, because that's neutral, I think, on this. You have £5,000 which to run your campaign, plus any donations could be collected along the way. Good fortune. I doubt they've got £5,000 nowadays. It's probably £100,000 of taxpayers' money. Please choose 3 of the following policies for your manifesto: proportional representation, statutory income policy, increased regional government, multilateral disarmament, abolishment of VAT, increased foreign aid, protect the health service. Well, let's go with statutory income policy. Income policies. I'm going to go with that. Let's go with abolishment of VAT, because nobody likes VAT, and protecting the health service. This is your party's manifesto. Statutory income policies, abolishment of VAT, protect the services. Which all a lie, of course, being whatever else it is. Conservative choices. Reduce public spending, curb trade union powers, encourage medical insurance. It sounds like the Tory pie. Reduce income tax. Yeah, because basically you're not paying for the health insurance because you've got to pay for your own health insurance. Buy new missile systems. Great. Councils to sell more houses. And strengthen police force, which is usual. Very Tory-esque. Labour. Leave the common market. Well, it's very un-Labour-like. Unilateral disarmament, nationalisation of key industries, increase public spending, pay policy with unions, control the police force, abolish the House of Lords. Yeah, pretty common standard that. Conservative. Encourage medical insurance, curb trade unions, councils to sell more houses. Right, okay. Labour. Abolish House of Lords, pay policy with unions, and abolish the House of Lords. Right, okay. Welcome to Pendle. In the moment, you will have approximate political details about the town. Low housing, suburban, high-rise flats. Right, okay. Okay. Suburban housing. So we're doing all right with the whole thing. So this is our stats at the moment. I think the Tories have got it at the moment, though, the Conservatives. One called Tory Way. Hilarious. Here's our stats. So low-class housing has got lots of labour in it. High-rise areas, a mixed match. This is interesting. You get literally, I think you're going to have to tackle road by road. It's a game I've not played before. And here's the high-rises, the pits, it's called. Day 1. Okay. Do you want a prediction of the election on Pale? No, I don't. Not on day 1. Pressing continue. You have the opportunity to rent a billboard in Flush Street. I can't remember whether Flush Street was one that was doing. Yes. What's your offer? £50. Outbid by Labour. Nice. You may have to purchasing some. Do you wish to indulge? Yes, I do. How much? £100? Oh, we've invested more there. That's cool. And no popularity rating. Would you like to see the political details? See the political details. Yeah. Oh, this is the overview again of the streets. See whether or not we've improved anything. I don't think we have really. I'm actually quite surprised we got politics to begin with. I do apologise. Those of you who don't want to talk politics, it's kind of appeared by the game itself. It's actually one of the games that I wanted. It's called Election 83, I think it was. That was what it was. Election 83. Or 84. Was it 83 or 84? Definitely a game that added to it. It's a bit like Dictator. That was a great game. Kind of appeared on the whole thing. I mean, the funny thing about this is I can kind of see myself doing it. Right, okay. I'm going to do the 24. I'm going to do Opinion polls cost £25. No. Which street do I want to canvas? I'm going to go with the pits. I'm going to see if I can do that. Are you sure? Yes. So they're struggling. Street code 24. How much money? Put £100 into it. Oh, it did actually change. It did change. Look, there are more people. But remember, they lie. People lie. Let's go with street code 14. I'm going to invest another £100 in that. Yeah, it's kind of going there. Let's do Tory Way, because that's just funny. Let's put £100 into Tory Way and see if we can change their minds a little bit. A little bit. 0. Can I do I have to keep doing the road? Oh, right, okay. 12. How much money? £100. Oh, that's definitely gone my way now. Let's go number 8. I'm costing myself a fortune here. That has helped. Let's do number 6. I'll spend £100 on that road as well. Yeah, okay. Can I just press enter now? How do I quit this? I don't want to do any more canvassing. 0? No? Quit? Let's do 21. How about we just spend all our budget on it? This is going to be interesting. I'm doing a lot of... Can't seem to move on from here, though. Let's just do 23, and let's just put the last 300 quid into it. Boom. Campaign budget is 0. I can't quit. Can't even break out of it. Oh, well, that's the campaign over. We definitely lost. Whatever it was, we lost. Right, go down to basic. Let's see what else we got on here. That was an interesting start. Wasn't what I was expecting. Sorry, a bit too political for the channel. Doesn't normally do good sort of political, or I don't particularly do political. Hyper. Hyper what? Another M1 loader. This is good. This is good. I feel this tape's going to be a good one, to be honest with you. I can feel it going to be really, really, really good. Of course, today, the day I'm recording this is the day that the FA Cup goes on. Two Manchester Cities. I was going to say both Man United there. They're not. Manchester City and Man United playing. Again, not particularly a football fan, to be honest with you. I've got friends who are, but me personally, no, not at all. Not interested. I kind of like to go and watch, and I don't mind if it goes both either or ways. I kind of enjoy just watching the match, if that makes sense. Oh, coffee is good. I love coffee. I hope you've got a beverage, a decent beverage, a good beverage. Maybe a bottle of something cold to go with the day today. I don't know what the weather's like everywhere else. I was told it was going to rain today, and it hasn't. It did rain for a couple of good solid days. Unfortunately, flooding out the railway station in my home city. Again, it's not like it's anything new. It happens quite regularly, and it's almost always sort of wet and rainy and horrible, unfortunately. Yeah, I like these. These are clever loads, these ones, and as I say, they give you quite a good sort of. We'll play through these. And this is a C60, so there's about 30 minutes of loading here, which means if you could put into the time that I'm probably going to play each game, that means that this video is going to be about 45 minutes long. Maybe not. It might be longer. Last week was a bit longer when we had a lot of failures. It's not uncommon for. It's always the same. Whenever I come back to what's on the tape, and I fire up the Spectrum, not that it goes off particularly much when I'm not doing the videos. Fire up the Spectrum, the whole thing breaks. It's ridiculous. You can't believe how often that actually happens. It just sort of like, oh, I'm not going to load anything today. Nothing at all is going to load. You can keep it to yourself. You can keep it to yourself. What's everybody feeling about retro at the moment? My Spectrum collecting has gone sort of a lot slower now because I've got most of the things that I see on a lot of the groups. I've stopped sort of looking on eBay because the prices are utterly ridiculous. I think people on there are. And you know what it is? They think they've got something rare. I had this once with a friend of my wife's. She'd had a relative who'd passed away, and up in the attic, the relative had found she'd found in the relative's collection of things. They'd found about 10 games and then an Atari 2600, but the plastic one, so the sort of Darth Vader-y one, that one. And she said she brought this out, and she thought, and a Mega Drive, by the way, just a Mega Drive unit, and about 2 games, nothing that wasn't what I would call common. Dragged this thing out and sends it to my wife and says, "What does your husband think this is worth? What is it?" And I came back and went, I mean, open market, it's like 70 quid. There's like 50 quid's worth of Atari 2600 there, considering you can buy a new modern one now that allows you to plug it into an HDMI telly and use the original cartridges. And the cartridges, there's not a lot there. It's about £70 worth, and the Mega Drive, 30 quid at a push with the game that's there with it, nothing that we hadn't seen before. And they got quite upset about this. They thought they'd found millions or thousands of pounds worth of stuff, and it's not worth thousands and thousands of pounds worth of stuff. There's very few things that are worth thousands and thousands of pounds worth of stuff. I mean, if you found a gold necklace that used to be owned by Queen Victoria, then maybe you've got something there. But on general scale of things, there are few things that are worth that kind of money. I mean, the reason, for instance, when you talk about the ends of the retro sort of pricing and things like that, and the gaming, the things for the Neo Geo AES system, which was the home version of it, I can understand why that's so expensive. Oh, Hypersports. I like Hypersports. Oh, Sorry, load time. It always does that. It loads the kind of screen and then does the other thing. Jonathan Smith. Anyway, yeah, you know, that I can understand why that's so expensive, because it quite literally was. It was quite literally was sort of a. Oh, this is gonna be no fun at all. Need to press 5 to redefine the keys first. Right. I don't know whether I want to do this on there. I might change it to the interface too and do it on the joystick. I might get the joystick plugged in. You hang on a second, I'll get the joystick. Yeah, I mean, but the thing about the retro stuff, as he says, as he reaches up here, is just, honestly, there's a limit. At the end of the day, it's what a collector's willing to pay, isn't it? I mean, that's the point, isn't it? It's what you're willing to pay for these things, not what you think it's worth. It's what somebody is willing to pay for it, and there is a big disparity, especially when you see it on eBay. People think that they've picked up a Spectrum game and it's worth £700. I saw somebody post that the other day. Someone just plug in my joystick here. £700, you know, for a game, and I'm like, yeah, it's a $1.99 game. If that, you know, it was originally a $1.99 game. It's still a $1.99 game. There was tens of thousands of them sold. You know, it's a bit like PlayStation 2 games. There are very few games that are worth anything more than a couple of quid. The rest of them are just not worth it. Let's press 4. There we go. All right, so I've got my cruiser joystick in. So D. I really like Hypersports. Actually, it's a good game. E to end. E up here. So clever. Right, so it's swimming, and you got to breathe every so often. So waggling your joystick ho. Oh, here we go. And we're waggling our joysticks. I'm getting exhausted now, though. I do find it hard work waggling my joystick like this. And we're done. And we completely smashed that one. 45 seconds to clear it. Wow, God. Love a bit of waggly of joystick. That's a great game, that one. That's a really cool one. I really like that one. Right, so this is shooting. You've got to push left and right when it appears in the target. The targets get bigger when you make good shots. Did I do it? Yes, qualified. But you get 3 goes at it, so it's cool. Yeah, wink in there. Look at me giving it the winks. Hello! Hello, my gorgeous people. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Faster. And are we done it? Yeah, I did it again. Now let's get some winking in. There you go. I'm definitely I'm having a stroke. Somebody call an ambulance now. I'm having a stroke. That's rubbish. Come on. I did terrible the second time round. Definitely going to have a stroke now. Oh, no. Running. This is jumps, I think. This is jump. Maximum speed here. Maximum velocity. Yeah, that was rubbish. I'm not sure what you're meant to do there with that. I think there's a jump off it. I push a button and then something else. I'm doing like the maximum speed here. That's the speed I normally run at. Oh, too far. I don't know what I'm meant to do with that. It's called me foul. I'm definitely foul. Right, so I land on there, and then what am I meant to... Come on, somebody tell me what I'm meant to do with that. I always get that wrong. and then just games over me on me. It's like you just, yeah, great game. Just don't know what I'm meant to do on that bit. I do it all the time as well. What's worse? I wouldn't mind so much if I got that right, but no, I get that very wrong. Okay, let's push the button and we'll see if we can. Let's push the big button on the side and see if we can reset it, and we'll see what else is on here. Download it, and see what else, what other goodies this beautiful tape's got. That's some cool tapes. By the way, that's definitely the first time Election has ever appeared on What's on the Tape, so that's a good one. I like the way it's OK Games. DT Test 1. Daley Thompson's Test. Something like that. Daley Thompson's testosterone. It's when he goes down the clinic and fills up little pots for people with specialist Daley Thompson's Lucozade filled juice. That was what he used to be sponsored by, wasn't it? Lucozade. That was his big thing that back then. It was Lucozade used to sponsor Daley Thompson, and it was one of those early days of like jamming advertising into computer games. There was very few of those. Pepsi did one, didn't they, as well? It was like they took something called Mad Mix, I think it was called, and then they called it the Pepsi Mad Mix or something similar. And it was and there was like Pepsi signs stuck all over it. I mean, let's be honest. These people were already brand aware that this was going to happen. I mean, it's like Electronic Arts going to put advertising in every game it's got. That's what AI is going to be used for. How to make yet more substandard or boring games, and then jam them full of advertising, because we need that. I don't need that. You don't need that. Let's not do that. God, we live in one of the worst times for games, I think. It's the best time and it's the worst time all at the same time. I mean, indie developers are feeling the feeling that you know, are the ones to look at and follow after, but those AAA titles. I love the way that was based on credit scores. Did you know that? A AAA is the credit score that you could have. So, you know, like the United Kingdom's got like a rating of D at the moment or something like that. No, it doesn't. It's not true. I think it has an A rating though, but only just. But AAA was like it's gold. You know, you're gonna make money on this. Just bet on this game and you can make $1 billion. You know, you'll be a rich man. But no, it seems that AAA industry is suffering now. It's credit ratings more of a C and a D if that's the case at the moment. They really are. You can't really invest in a AAA company if you know it's going to go that badly. And of course, corporate meddling has become a thing. It was always a thing in movies. But they always had like several movies on the go at the same time. So, you know, if you did crap on one, you could kind of hopefully recoup your losses on the second one. It's a dreadful industry, you know, the entertainment industry. I think that's the problem, isn't it? It's entertainment, and it's a dreadful industry for that. But the point is that, you know, again, the retro gaming market. If I went back to that originally as well, that's a bit weird at the moment. As I say, it's high and low all at the same time. There's people who think that these things are worth a fortune, and they're really not. However, I don't see any. People used to talk about a bubble bursting with the retro gaming industry. I don't think the bubble is bursting. I don't think it will burst. I don't think that the price of things can go down. They just seem to be going upwards, and this is what's really put me off. I'm also going to complete my Master System collection, and I find myself really struggling with the idea of paying, you know, £300-400 for some of the games to finish off that collection. It really does make me struggle. That, you know, you can, and considering you can get sort of EverDrives and be able to play it without doing that. It was just nice to collect, so I've kind of given up a little bit now on that. The only thing I'm really sticking to again is my Switch and Spectrum, because I can still find some games I can justify, you know, sort of £50-100 occasionally on a game. I can, but most of the time I'm trying to stay under that. I can justify some of that, but as I say, I'm sticking to my Switch. I'm sticking to Daley Thompson Super Test. Cool. I'm sticking to sort of, you know, the Evercade, because that's just such a fantastic console. New one out now, XP R version and an XP and an R and a Versus XP, which is the home console version of it. So I'm sticking to those. I have to admit, I am going with those at the moment. Those are my sort of main collections of games. Those are the ones that I'm doing the most with. Oh, look at that! His little head splattering on the screen. Little pixel fault there. That's fine. Let's press the button for something. Let's do the Kempston. Let's do the interface. Nice bit of music. That's cool. Right, okay, let's enter my name. It's sports games today. I don't need the exercise. I'm all exercised out. They've stolen the style as well from the other one. Pistol shooting. I don't remember super testing pistol shooting. How am I meant to get that? Do I want to move left to right? Oh, hang on, my gun's all wonky. This isn't going very well. These keys aren't working. My joystick's not working. I've chosen the wrong one, haven't I? Yeah. This is going badly. At least let me get one shot off, please. Yay! One shot. There's another shot. Wow. Why's my joystick gone wonky? When I push one direction, it's not working. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's actually alright. There's another shot. Boom. Almost got it, actually. Boom. Actually qualified. With wonky joystick, I've qualified. There we go, have another shot at that. There we go. Qualified and got a record. Unbelievable. Another round. There's a shot. Shot. I can't believe I can't like zoom to it because of the wonky joystick thing going on. Oh, bang. 600 points. Another one. Boom. Another good score there. Last shot. Boom. Another high score. 2 high scores, and my joystick's all over the place. This is going to not work very well because cycling's not going to work without my... It's like my up and down are inverted for some reason. Oh, I'm cycling. Isn't it? I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. No more singing on the channel. It's not allowed. It's a legal requirement that I can't sing on the channel. Come on. How far have I got to go? I have no idea. I'm just biking. I'm biking. Come on. I didn't qualify. Lost a life. Woo! Diving. I love the way that one just dies by falling off the edge there. Right, okay. Oh, I'm on a spin. Ah! Yeah, I don't think I'm going to score very much for that performance. Yeah, that was crap. Oh, I managed to hit the water properly. Did I get... Oi! I got a 7 and a 3 and nobody else voted. They just hate me. Let's do the dive 3. That's it. Go, go. At least I did it. You meant to spin into the water, but I have to say this joystick's gone completely bonkers. I can't even get to work in a particular direction. I don't really care. I died again. The giant slalom. I like the Super Test one. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever played the Super Test one over and above the... Oh, is it one of these where I've got to get speed up again? Disqualified already. Right. I didn't slalom left to right, basically. How do I turn? Oh, that's how you turn. Oh, right, okay. Oh, you don't need to do that. You just need to slalom left and right. Left and right seems to be working now, though, but it wasn't working on the gun thing. Okay. It's like Horace Goes Skiing, but so much slower. There we go. Down the hill. Nope, disqualified again. I'm not very good at this. Final score. Final score. It's great. It doesn't matter. I got a good score. Look at that. I'm in the high score table, I think. Yeah, there you go. I'm just below Dad. Anthony Barlow. There we go. Anthony Barlow, Mum, Dad, and me. Always perfect. Let's see what else is on here. It's good. It's good. It's been good so far. I've quite enjoyed that. I quite enjoyed Super Test. We're only halfway through the tape as well. It's even good. Oh, Super Test 2. Of course it is. Let's change the keys, though, this time round, I think. When we load up Super Test 2. Definitely multi-face. So second half of this next week. That's what we'll be definitely doing. Keeping it busy. It's a long weekend, of course, this weekend as well. Bank holiday weekend. That means you get to spend more time watching what's on the tape and anything else that's on my channel. Just watch it. That's what you're meant to do all weekend. Just do not move. Crisps, sweets, just a big chair, an armchair. Just sit back, put the telly on it. Just watch everything on the channel. There's only about 2,900 videos on there. It should keep you going for at least one day. There's at least that much. To be fair, I reckon you couldn't watch. You definitely couldn't watch What's on the Tape in one day. All of the seasons of What's on Tape. No, it's definitely not. There's about 3 days worth of watching now solidly. Imagine doing a marathon of that. I did a marathon of Star Trek back in the day. So it was the Star Trek the movie, the Wrath of Khan, followed by the was it Wrath of Khan? Yeah, it was Wrath of Khan, wasn't it? Second one. Then there was the Search for Spock, Voyage Home. What was the one with what was that called? Frontiers. Followed by Undiscovered Country. I watched. That was when the Undiscovered Country came out, and I watched that. I went to the pictures and watched that. God, that was brilliant and mind-numbing at the same time. But part of the deal, the package at the cinema at the time. This is what cinemas should do still. Was that they provided sort of food, so there was like food breaks. So it was like a breakfast, there was a lunch, and there was a dinner. So you got like a food break, so you could have like an hour's worth of food break, and the food was there. To be fair though, it was kind of cinema related, so it was like hot dogs and crap like that. It was just terrible for you, absolutely awful stuff. But at the same time, awesome. I mean, what a great way to spend a day and a bit. I think it was probably a day and a bit, actually, thinking about that. About 2 hours each a movie. 6 movies. Yeah, about 12 hours worth realistically. Bit of a beast of a time, but it was good. It was worth it, honestly, and especially running up onto Undiscovered Country. I think was it Undiscovered Country? Then it was. I think it was no. It was. I think it went all the way to Generations. I think it was the Generations that we did it. You know, when the Star Trek Next Generations did it first, the first one where they overlapped with Captain Kirk and then killed him by dropping off the edge of a cliff, and nobody liked that because that's never the way that Kirk should have died. However, I believe that there was some canonical, canon books that were brought out later that basically suggested that Kirk was then his body was then captured by the Borg. And assimilated into the collective, that what was remained of his knowledge and his experience. That must have been absolutely awful for them, though, because they would probably, all the Borg men would want to kiss the Borg Queen, wouldn't they, at that point, because that's what he did. He used to romance his way across the galaxy. That would that would have totally changed it, you know, the whole way they approached. You know, Janeway would have arrived and the Borg would just want to kiss her. That's what had been happening, kissing and cuddling. Canoodling with alien species. That's what Captain Kirk was most famous for, was it not? That and leading obviously the Enterprise into many a thing. I still think one of my favourite episodes of Star Trek, though, it was Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine, of course, was literally could have been any kind of sitcom. Realistically, it was a space. Apart from when he started the Dominion War, most of it was basically a service station in space. That's what it was. It was like a bus stop in space with its own bus stop bosses and things like that. You know, I'm sure that if you had ships crashing into it, you'd have had you know, the bus wasn't parked properly and they damaged a sign or something like that. But anyway, it was a bus station in space. But one of my favourites of that was when they have the what's it called? What's the name of the ship? It's the Defiant. That's what it is. And they go back in time and end up in Kirk's time, and it's the trouble with tribbles. And they bring back the tribbles, don't they, to the future, because they were eradicated by the Klingon Empire, who saw them as the most dangerous thing that they'd ever seen. Because all they do is eat and breed. You see, that's what they do. That's what the tribbles do. So the Klingon Empire was most notably unhappy about this scenario. How can that be so difficult for it to do the joystick? Let's try the joystick again, see if it works this time round. It definitely did last time round. I think there was something officially wrong with the way that I was doing it. Let's do the joystick again. Yeah. Right, eat end. I love the fact that there's two games for the price of one here. I mean, I know they're the same sort of thing, but they are two games for the price of one. Right. Yep. There we go. Get my speed up. Yes. I'm in the pink. I'm in the pink. Got it in the pink. Absolutely smashing it with the old rowing here. Starting to feel it now. Starting to feel it, but I did it. 1,000 points there. 25 seconds. Just taken the world record. Daley Thompson has nothing on me. Nothing at all. Penalties. Right, okay, how does this work? Oh, I totally missed. Oh, you hold the button down, take the angle. Right, okay. The Gay Dan is the name of in the score there. Yes, goal! How many men did score? I managed to score 2,000 points. Yes, goal! I don't know how that goal's kind of where it is, but we'll try this now. Come on. Come on. Okay, come on, come on. Another goal. Beautiful. Not sure how we're working this with the movements, but we're doing it all right. Fifth goal. Fifth goal. Right, okay, fifth. Yes, another goal. Disqualified though. I don't know how we scored enough points on that. We were meant to like kick it in the goalkeeper's face or something like that. Ski jump. Okay. Yeah, pulling up the power. Building up the power. And now, am I meant to land it? How am I meant to land it? We're going for it. We're going to qualify. Oh no, I landed too early. Foul. I made it as well. Okay, get into the pink, get in the pink, get in the pink, get in the pink, get in the pink. We're there. Okay, we need to let him settle when he comes down. Here was the side view now, we're coming down. Perfect! Perfect! 80. That puts me in the world records there. Not quite 83, but we were there. I forgot about Super Test. Super Test is great. Is it the next one that I don't like? The Olympic Challenge one? That's one with all the Lucasade adverts in it, I think. I just fell off the edge there. And died hideously. Tug of War event. Who am I fighting against? I'm going to fight against... Going to go Hyper Bill. Don't want to fight Eric Von Mean. He sounds horrible. Oh, I lost. How do I... Hang on. Let's play against Gus, which is obviously Andre the Giant. Yeah, that's instant loss. Let's play against... oh no, I'm going to go play against Arthur Snap. Look at that hairdo. I don't understand that one. I've won though. Do 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 do. It's not quite that tune though. Far out, man. Woo! Great. Great. Woo! Great. Great. Far out. Not bad. Far out. Not bad. Not bad. There we go. Rowing event. I'm just finishing off the coffee there. I'm not doing it again. No, we're gonna move on. We've seen that one. We've had our fill of super testing. That sounds like something from a laboratory, and also we've got to be careful with putting it in the pink. Anyway. You all need therapy after this. This is what you need. You need some psychological evaluations. War games, I'm assuming. I've not heard. Can't think of any other war games. Again, I think this is another first for the channel. These are good. I like firsts for the channel. We all like firsts for the channel. Anybody think of what that tape was that I had the other week? Anybody hear that sound and work out what machine that was for? Because I am really kind of desperate to know what that is. Really am. I might put something on Twitter, actually. Nobody won't look at it, of course. Copyright exists for all programs, 1981. Yeah, that's what the one. Remember that cassette one that I had the other day? I'd love to know what it was. It sounds interesting. I wonder if in the future people are reverse engineering this. Do you think the Spectrum or anything resemblance of it will be still in the future? Do you think we'll be subject, you and me and the people who are watching this at the moment, and if you're a bit younger, sorry for lumping you into this, but do you think that we'll be the subject of one of those archival films, that they used to do won't be on the YouTube, will probably beam directly into via the Tesla adverts from the Neuralink that Elon has inserted into all our brains, inserted straight into our brains about the ZX Spectrum, of course invented by Elon Musk himself, as he becomes the hive mind for the world, not a queen but a king of the Neuralink cyborg future. I've been building cubes, but crappy ones that explode with batteries. But anyway, that's an aside. But do you think we'll be subject to those things? I mean, we already are. I've literally been in museums where they've got Spectrums in cases with cassettes. And I'm like, no, I'm not accepting this. I don't want to be a old enough that I'm now a sort of an experiment as part of the time. Should be in a special case called the Awesome Gen X's. I think that's what it should be. Awesome Gen X's. MTV generation. That's it. Invented it all. All the good stuff anyway. None of the bad stuff. All the good stuff. Gen X or end of Cold War. We were awesome. None of that stuff. You know, we could fend for ourselves. I mean, I remember being a child. I mean, below the age of 10, starting the fire in the kitchen in the morning for my parents. And I know I was really old, but starting the fire in the kitchen in the morning and cooking my own breakfast. You know, I was probably 6 or 7 at the time. It was just normal, and then just going out, and not coming back again for hours, and hours and hours and hours and hours. Nobody worried about you. Nobody worried about you at all. We spend too much time worrying about ourselves. The information age is, by the way, the biggest disinformation age we've ever run through. This is the age where if you ever play computer games from back in the day, so the 90s and 80s and 90s and 2000s, there was a game, I think it was Sim Life. Sim Life was by Maxis, who was the people responsible for SimCity and a few others, quite a number of others, right? Anyway, EA destroyed them as well. We'll not get into that. But Maxis was this company that used to make simulation games, and one was Sim Life. And if you created life on the planet, and then it evolved to the point that it became almost enlightened and became like human beings, it went through an Iron Age, an Industrial Age, and whatever else. And then it gets to this age called Information Age, and the Information Age is seen at that point in time where all wisdom is available to everybody, and we can use it appropriately. So none of this disinformation, just very good appropriate information about what's going on, what's happening, and whatever else is. And it's seen as an age of enlightenment of sorts. And then you get to the Sim Life goes on, I think, to Nano Age, at which point the oh wow, it's World Games, right? Okay. More joystick wiggling. Anyway, obviously the joystick wiggling tape I've got here. But anyway, so then you got some Nano Age, at which point the human race, or the race that wins the run. It's not normally the human race, actually. Funnily enough, it's usually the I'm not going to select this just yet. Change controls number 6 is what we want to do. And it wouldn't let me do anything other than enter. Right, anyway, so the age of enlightenment where we leave the planet, basically, and that's it. Oh, can't spell. Right, next jump, ski jump. Right, okay, Winter Games, that's what it is, Winter Games. Right, we're going to go for it. But yeah, and then they leave the planet and allow the next species to take over and grow to maturity to become whatever else is. But as I say, it's not the age of enlightenment here. It's the age of not enlightenment. Come on! Oh God! Managed to find the button to. Where am I? Yeah! The ski slope went badly. I still managed to distance. Right, okay. ZX and something else as the buttons. Z. I don't even know how I launched earlier. Right, okay, well, we'll try and... I got gold! Got a gold medal for falling on my head. I'm awesome at falling on my head. Hot dog event. Yes, 0. I've got the way to move, but I don't know what the keys are. Nope, this is going badly. I'm hot dogging beautifully. Can you see me hot dogging? I'm hot dogging. I'm a hot doggy. I can't work out what the keys are. Somebody could have changed them as well, because it's the multi-face version of this, you see. So they could have changed them. I still got a gold medal. It's good to see that my talent of doing nothing was brilliant. Right, okay. Is this my left and right here? Ah, it's... Am I the bottom or the top? I think I'm the bottom, and I can't work out how to move. Yeah, that's going well. Okay, let's carry on. I bet it's Winter Games 2 on this next bit. I'll load this, it'll be like Winter Games 2. That went really badly, so I'm not even going to continue on with that. Let's just get on with the next one. Another one on the tape. More games. It's probably Galactic. Oh. Winter Games. More Winter Games. I blominate Winter Games. Not crappy Winter Games. Fair, there was a lot of these out there. Remember back in the day, we had a lot of these. This is a go-to for a lot of people. You know, lots of mini games effectively, and being good at various things. So yeah, I kind of get it. I'm going to look Winter Games on the ZX Spectrum. I'm going to quickly look that up and see whether I can find the keys. Let's see if I can find the keys. Winter Games on the ZX Spectrum. Yes, I got it. Keys. Spectrum Computing. I'm looking. Can't find them yet. I'm just looking. Wintergames.txt. Can I read that? Yay! Spectrum Games. How to play. Spectrum Games. Enter to repeat name. Blah blah blah. Spacebar. Choose an event. Yep. Okay. Cursor keys. Define your keys. Great news. Yeah, I think it's going to go as well on this one as it has on the other one, to be honest with you. I don't think we're going to get much further forward, considering I can't tell the keys there. If it won't let me press any buttons, we got a problem. But never mind, we'll give it a try, see what happens. I think this is a factor of the multi-face. I think the multi-face does affect things. The shooting of the gun still, to this moment in time, confuses me, because it doesn't make any sense with the movement that I was doing. Why one was up a little bit and one was left and right, and then it went left and right when you used left and right. Doesn't make sense, that one with the gun in Super Test. That was really weird. I don't understand that one anyway. But yeah, these are very popular. We had lots of them. There were summer games, winter games. There was Olympics and all kinds of stuff, bobsleigh and all that kind of thing. There was just so many of these. We used to eat them up. Nowadays you don't see any. They just don't exist really. They're more an independent sport in their own right. Can you imagine doing ski jumping as a EA Sports? It's in the game. Figure skating. Sponsored by and DLC with season pass 1 includes Torval and Dean, and extra microtransactions. The Dancing Queen as the background music. EA, it's all in the game if you pay for it. That's pretty much it, to be honest with you. I think they should have said that in the first place. They're not the only ones, by the way. I mean, Ubisoft are at it themselves at the moment. If you want the full version of Star Wars, their new one, go to their page. It's all pre-order. Pre-order now, and you'll get the latest Star Wars Outlaws, which is basically just Han Solo, by the way. Don't get excited. It's Han Solo in the equivalent of putting it in GTA 5. I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars, or I used to love Star Wars until people started fucking with it, and that's me getting quite upset about it because I don't usually use the special F word. Star Wars for me has always been sort of a love of my life. one of the first movies I ever saw in the pictures, you know, and it was Empire Strikes Back, which is, by the way, legendary when you're, you know, that young. Scars you for life. It teaches you or everything you need to know about ladies. They like a bad boy. So that's what Han Solo taught me. He should have taught you the same. Can I press space bar? Space bar. Right, interchange controls. Yes. No wonder I couldn't get the keys, by the way. Left, right, up, down, fire. Bloomin' heck. Interface 1. Right, okay. Enter. Let's compete in all the events. Enter my name. Yeah, but you know, they're trying to charge like between £100 and £180 for oh, I fell on my face for Star Wars, and I'll be honest, I'm not happy about it. Can I do a pirouette? I keep falling on my bum. It's alright, I'm going to keep winning anyway, though. Oh, look, I've spun round. I'm pointing the different direction. Oh, look, I'm spinning! Oh, and I fell on my bum. Got time left to do it, though. Oh, yeah. Pop it down. Pop it back up. Oh, look at that. I did everything there. I did all the moves. I've done all the moves. And I fell over. There we go. Performance. And I got at least a 1. So 0.8. That's fine. I'll take that. Yeah, you can't imagine them doing this. They just wouldn't. I mean, Sega did some stuff like this, didn't they? They had athletic games that ran in the past. They did a few sort of bits and pieces like this. Biathlon. So let's just ski somewhere and shoot some stuff. So come on, ski. He's not skiing. He's not moving. I'm pushing the joystick everywhere. Nothing's happening. Oh, it's up and down. Of course it is. Left and right. Up and down to go up and down. Up and down. Up and down. How do you shoot this? Oh, I've got a bolt empty. Loaded. Fire. It's a bit of a weird game. Come on. Oh, I'm bored. Not playing. Not like it. Stupid game. Let's see who else is on here. Let's see if there's one last one before we go before the end of the tape. Let's see if there's one last cracker of a game. I'm hoping it's not another blooming sports game. It probably will be. Pool. Okay, I'll take pool. Yeah, can you imagine them doing that? Do you remember Team 17 still exists to this day? Team 17, they still make what I would call smaller indie titles, and are doing a quite nice job of it. They made a pool, didn't they? Arcade pool. That was blooming brilliant. Couldn't see EA doing that nowadays. EA pool. This season's add-on. Stripes. You get a cue ball. Microtransaction skins from the cue ball. They're all doing it. They're all doing it. They're all doing it. Absolutely all doing it. It's just dreadful. It really is. Do you know that we had DLC back in the day? I bet you all forgot this. You did have DLC. Lords of Chaos. That's what I'm going to go with for you. Lords of Chaos. Remember Lords of Chaos? Basically, it was a variation on the Chaos game, the original Chaos game, created by Julian Gallop. Lords of Chaos. There was Hero Quest. There was also the Laser Quest. So Laser Quest, Laser Squad. All of those had DLC, which was a quite a weighty amount of money. I remember buying the both of those for the Laser Quest and Lords of Chaos and Laser Squad. I remember buying those back in the day for them. I had to send off a Alan Fotheringill. We've played this one before. Anyway, you had to send off. I had to send off for it, and it cost. Let's put this here. How do we fire it? 0. Is it there? Okay. Yeah. The used to send off for it. It was quite expensive. It was. I remember being £10. £10 postal order for £10. Come on, fire. Try to fire this ball off. S to shoot. Anyway, yeah, it used to be quite expensive. Not a big problem, you know, that it used to be there. But we used to play that, and it was honestly, it was DLC as downloadable content, or it was buyable content. But it was additional content. You used to pay for these expansion packs, and we didn't mind paying for those because we got a lot for our money. I remember getting an awful lot for our money and enjoying the fact that we got so much for our money. It was a really good thing at the time that we got so much for our money, and that we didn't mind that. We had them for Diablo, the original Diablo, when before Activision became part of the elite of Microsoft, and now valueless and as a product company. That one dropped right into the pocket. That one, yeah. Oh look, and we've lost because we've dropped into the pocket, because of course that's what happens when you play pool. But weak shot, not a hard shot, weak shot, and put any down into the thing. That's really descriptive there. Put in thing. Right, press. Boom. Totally unusable. Anyway, but yeah, we used to get them for those, but we didn't mind because we got lots of things for our money, or lots of additions for our money. Nowadays, it's almost expected of you. You want to play our game, you have to pay for a season pass. I don't want to pay for a season pass, but I'd like the functionality of your game. But I'd only want these parts, but I don't want everything else. Yeah, but if you don't have those, then you'll have to pay. You won't be able to play with your friends anymore if you want to play online. Oh, okay. We have music. We have music to finish off. We have music, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have what we have. I can get yet another copyright thing. And if there's lots of adverts through last week's video, it's because Beautiful South came after me. You remember we did the Beautiful South the other day? They came after me. So no idea who that is, but they're not getting more than a few seconds worth of time there. And it's finished. The tape is over. We are done. I hope you enjoyed that one. I did, actually. It was quite an interesting one. A bit more sort of variety on that one. Not the usual sort of general fodder of it all. I'm quite excited to see what's on side 2, considering, as it said, all the games are okay on here. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Have a look at some of the other videos and share them with your friends, because I quite like doing them. And I want to keep doing them. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.